Sir, that was a slip of tongue. Genuine slip of tongue, sir. Yeah. Of course, the next person is the pioneer president, Building Collapse Prevention Guild, past president, Nigerian Institute of Building, and by all means, how do I describe that? A founding father, and at the same time, a go-to person any day, anytime, the person of Builder Kunle Awogodu. So next I'll be introducing is the chairman, Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors, Lagos State Chapter, President of Surveyor Benga Ismail. Now I'm going to have to put a pin on my tongue. Estate Surveyor Benga Ismail. My apologies, please. That too was a genuine slip of tongue. And thank you for forgiving me. The next person is our chief host, the cell coordinator of Ikeja cell of the Building Collapse Prevention Guild, BCPG, a foremost builder in the country, fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Building, Builder Alhaja, Builder Iyabo Olariwa. The next is the chairman technical committee on the technical committee by the Lagos State government on the inquiry into the Banana Island collapse. The person of engineer Wasu Olokunola. I should not have made that mistake because engineer Olokunola is. How do I describe him? He has spoken in several events that I remembered. But that's another slip of tongue already forgiven. Thank you very much. So without much ado, we'll introduce members of the executive council, members of the executive of NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, NBA Ikeja. I already did that of the chairman, Ms. Barrister Sheyi Olawumi. Mr. Sheyi Olawumi. So the next is the secretary to NBA Ikeja, Mr. Isa Adedoku. Dr. Isa Adedoku. All right, and next is the treasurer, Omo Cafe, Omo Susi. Did I get that right? Thank you. And then the past vice chairman, a member of this committee. Oh, now I'm struggling to get that name. Please just forgive me. I see. Now you have to help me. I lost the name. That's the issue I have. Next is the past secretary. Please help me out with that. That's the one for you.
Oh, that's true. Past secretary is Mrs. Mona Executive.
Yes, immediate past secretary. I'm sure because I introduced you last, you will exempt me from the lawsuit. Thank you very much. So without much ado, we go straight to taking the opening address from President Nigerian President, National President Building Collaboration Bill, the person of Town Planner Sulaiman Yusuf. Please join us on the side of the hall.
Good morning, distinguished professionals, invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here today to open this advocacy seminar in collaboration with the Nigerian Bar Association, TAM, Building Collapse, and application of preventive laws in Lagos State. As the president of the Building Collapse, I'm deeply concerned about the increasing number of building collapses in Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole. This is a tragedy that has caused immense suffering and loss of life. It is our duty to ensure that such tragedies are prevented in the future. As over the years tried to find us solutions to end these terrible menace, and we will not stop until everybody in Nigeria is completely safe. For this seminar, we wish to discuss the application of punitive laws against building collapse preparators in Lagos State to further instill vigilance in the heart of every stakeholder. We have collaborated with the lawyers in the NBA branch to look into the legal consequences to all who disobey the building regulations, laws, and codes, thereby fueling the building collapse needs, and how to ensure that they don't go unpunished by the law. We will be discussing the legal framework that exists in Lagos State with the building collapses and how it can be improved. We will also be discussing the role of the Nigerian Bar Association in advocating for stronger laws and enforcement of existing laws. I have opportunity of investigating collapse and subsequent publicity will stand to deter any person or organizations who want the BCDBA advocacy seminar promises to be a great success and is stepping stone to further great collaboration into process. Thank you all for being here today, and ask you all to sit back to enjoy this productive discussion. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. You see, our president is such a modest man. To request for a loud round of applause. I am. So I'm absolutely sure that let's give our president a very strong round of applause. Thank you very much. So, while Mr. President was making his remarks, we were joined by the Attorney General of the State and of the person of Mr. SAN. For making it a date with us. So, and on that, thank you to and the next person I'll be inviting is yes. You see, they say that come together. And we know. Thank you very much again. And please give them another round of applause. Okay, so we're going to take a brief overview of what this program is about. And for us, it's none other than the joint chairman, the co-chairman planning committee, and the person of past secretary of Mr. Abijo. Please. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another very good place to put our hands together. You see, you have to wait until you welcome him with that round of applause.
Thank you very much. I would just like to stand on the next protocol. Good enough too fast to break whatever the platform is. So let me just quickly run through briefly so that we can just pick up. I'm just giving a brief overview. The essence of this particular advocacy program, Building Collapse and Application of Punitive Laws in Lagos. I should start with the fact that, first and foremost, there's a general belief that government fails the people in all fronts, especially when it comes to right to life, particularly in this respect. And that's related particularly to too many incidents of building collapse. And in Lagos State, it's been 1 to many. As a result, you have this deal, building collapse prevention put together for just the purpose of trying as much as possible to prevent what we call a very big menace. And over time, punitive has been done. In fact, maybe we are not even have one on record to show that okay, when this building collapse in 2000, this person is going in for it, and this has necessitated their efforts to follow up. So we have been challenged to as lawyers. How do we work together to get all of this stuff? And for us lawyers, we know we teach this society. Of course, as social engineers, our first teaching is to ensure that we lead the society well. And in this regard, I'll put this together. So that we can help, first and foremost, sensitize the population that has been done by the government. I, for one, am a lawyer. I think you're speaking because so I do not completely agree, even though that does not represent the opinion of everybody here. I do not completely agree that the government has not been doing anything so far. However, in this event today, so I don't bother too much of my personal. In this program today, we will have all of the opportunities in the world, at least, to interrogate further. Good enough, we have seasoned resource persons and perfect people. Aside from having somebody in the person of Mr. Benifer and the Laniso as the keynote speaker, you have yes, somebody I can, even when I'm speaking for asking how best can the laws work in Lagos State. We now have the perfect individual as the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice Lagos State. And yes, Lagos is going to zero lead orders to do from this. So all I need us to do is to sit back and enjoy the very best of this session. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So he was giving me confirmation that we are not going to adhere the course. Thank you very much again. Yeah. So while all of this was happening, we were joined by some more people. The first person I'd like to introduce again to us is the Vice President, Building Collapse Prevention Field, President of Engineer Event. And then the next is my personal boss, Chairman BCPG Technical Committee, FNIA, the person of Architect Femi Shoduke. Yes, Architect Shoduke is always here. You can count on that. Next is the Executive Director, Staco Insurance, representing the Managing Director, person of Dr. Olawale Bamore. The person who's represented here is Mrs. Nike Nihilola. Nihilola. Thank you very much. Without much ado, we go to the next item on our agenda. We bring in the coordinator, Ikeja Cell of BCPG, to give us her welcome address. President of Alaja Adula, Mrs. Iyamo Bolariwa. Alaja was here just a minute ago. Good morning, everyone. Glad to see us. We are done some beautiful. That's why we are here. I have to observe the protocols. But I need to, I don't want to brag it. I need to start over. Especially on the to give every person's attending point of all from anything built environment to ensure we can stay necessary security, necessary quality, the necessary habitation commonly needed in those environments. Welcome to congratulations. I have to honor my brother, my healer, and the General Commissioner for Justice, Muhammad Gawa People. You are welcome, sir. Good to see you. For always being there.
Family matters, you can always count on it. Any matter is present at Islamic matter, you can always count on it. You are welcome to our news today. You are appreciated as always. Yeah. Well, I will not close my eyes to recognize the chairman of the ACPGs and like one family friend of so many years, of over 40 years. Next time we gather Christmas month for you, I invited you to be there. Beside them is my Oga at the top. When I was serving in the DCPC, they handed over the department to me when it was called up to the service at Ministry of House, and I think I got it alongside them. So I became the head of department in the rest. And ever since I've been following the story, I recognize the general CEO. Everybody has church. First row, second row, their house, and everyone's so important to me. And people talk more of my people there. Without them, we are not there. See them. Can you wave at us? People in the field, rain, sun, night, day, casting, dredging, plastic painting, they are there. Those are our assistants. You are not welcome. I jump in the protocol because we know you are very, very important. Yeah. And let me digress my people on the MBA side. During the process of this gathering, I've not been physically present, but online. But when came here to address the press, I was so strong and happy at the same time. The way they took the board by the form this course. Was surprising that they provided us with the all what it is to make today what it is. And definitely we know this is success already. Thank you so much, MBA, Edgar Branch, and thank you so much, Executive, and other community officers who put on this together. I'm sorry the protocol is on and on. We'll talk about my other colleagues and the environment. If you be a chairman, we got it, you are well recognized. But that means you have to talk to me, we not be there. I said you have to be there. Just before you are welcome to that. Thanks for coming. I will not forget to quickly. Very one colleague, my very own person, and then I will be calling my son. So his omission and commission is both of us. Yes, that's why I'm here. I've been following his paths. Whatever cause, whenever I lose because I believe so much. Am I recognizing fully? I will be past president Nigerian building. Past president Ionia founder with the school application here. You are recognized. You are admired. Yes, I will not forget my technical committee. They are just standing. Those are my students. When I look back and see them, I pass the offenders. It's very good to my people. And they are there. By the time they give you the feedback, you just be saying kudos and kudos and kudos. Thank you very much for night and day work to do this together. I will have to go on and on. I, the judgment of the press, I recognize to my very, very sister and friend, architect Sejumi. You're welcome, ma'am. For you, a renowned architect and architect for communities. And amazing. So amazing. Past president. And I got the only professional educator in this environment as Punitive, one woman as his president.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sorry, don't mind me. I hope, like my son will say, nobody should go crazy for that. You're welcome, man. Thank you very much. Okay, the QS are joined you. Okay, maybe I will join us in another 3 or 4 years. Yes, it is coming. Yeah, I will just go through the speech. Is brave and not brave. It's brave when you look at what we have on the ground. But when we look at our time to spend here, I make it brave. Because we have been so much, so comprehensive, and even forming the book on building collapses, essentially because so now it is an honor to welcome you up to this building collaboration. Ikeja Advocacy Program, Team Building Collapse and Application of Punitive Laws in Lagos State. We have gathered here to discuss the great concern that has plagued Lagos State for far too long, building collapses. It is an issue that has not only resulted in significant property damage, but more importantly, has claimed the lives of innocent workers who, in seeking for their daily means of livelihood, when such enclosure suddenly or accidentally collapsed on them. We also remember or note enormous financial losses. Let us begin by addressing the harsh reality that the Lagos State has experienced, that Lagos collapses. Yes, and many go. The synagogue church, number one, I will have to mention some key ones. We have so many. Well, let me remind us, as the 22 place we were in the same committee that was building synagogue church collapse. We knew was going to be we were going to do that course. It was a job that brought in a lot of the manuals happening because so of our organization will go into construction projects. At the end of the day, the corona interest was there, we were talking all the way all out, government was passed, but God knows what's the Lekki Gardens of March 2016 also happened several casualties. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Can we just welcome? No, everybody open eyes. Who shall hear God will hear me. You cannot just wave off whatever it says, because it's one of the key people we have today that we remind them that when they are there, wherever they are, we know we are involved in Nigeria. Thank you so much for following our invitation today. I learned flowing from Abuja to attend this program. We appreciate you and stop this time. Thank you. That's our FFI is covered money for the ban. We should be called our Baba, our Savior, because they want to give a pro bono on any case that relates to building collapses at any time in Nigeria. Just for that, just need to come. It's hard. Very, very open door for listening to our call. Thank you so much. So I was on Lekki Gardens, and the largest campus, one of those that are the Tafaji school collapses was historically was children of school teachers. While we go there every year to baptize the residents. It's forced from Every year, every night, we have not stopped, we have not stopped. We keep on pursuing this until all those sexualities that have had are reported according to. I think the promises that are joining us in fact by this course. That was a proper provision. We're not going to forget so quickly the November 21 story building collapse was related to building poor building practices. Poor building practices one way. We are not that kind of sentence that is so bad. We have not started and we are not trained to have poor building services. But the way it has been, we are here to write banana but all these protocol times, don't participate. Okay. So the need for accountability and the change in the status quo. The status quo is why we have come together today. It's imperative that we examine the failures in our building industry, pinpoint the root causes of these collapses, and take appropriate action to beneficial targets. The theme of our event today, building collapse and application of positive laws in the government, underscores the necessity of enforcing and enhancing existing laws and regulations that are meant to safeguard the lives and property of the society. Building collapses are not isolated incidents. They represent a broader issue that touches upon various professionals and stakeholders in the construction industry. We must recognize that builders, civil engineers, quantity surveyors, architects, POS, land surveyors, town planners, and other industry experts must come together in collaboration to address these challenges. We are yet to work really as a team. We are saying it that we are yet to practice. We need to. It's time we rise up. What we have is more than enough for us. It's even outside our capabilities. So what we come together with to shop them up. And I can bet you what the one of the professionals in the building environment, they are here. Those I'm talking to you. They are calling. It's less work to ensure that the building collapses and all that are necessary that we need to do. The building collapse, the collapse of building is not just about structures themselves, but also collapse of professional ethics standards, adherence to building code, safety regulation. It is a failure in the entire ecosystem that will ensure our structures are safe for habitation. We must. It's the work of everybody now. Everybody now. We are going to go into that. Either you are CDA, you are OPA, you are Vale, you are anybody, you are landlord association, in your environment. We are all going to be my environment according to the specification and necessity. I think I just need to run because of time and people are just waiting. So I will just say that those I think online. Okay. I said conclusion and mission today is to create awareness, foster collaboration, and advocate for a safer and more accountable industry. We must remember that it's not just about bricks and concrete, it's about the lives, the dreams, the aspirations of the people who reside in these structures, which we must for everybody's people. Let us work together to other people's lives. I have said that to ensure justice of parties. Thank you for your birthday. And I do from this basic profit, the silver can make the whole nation the silver place to work and prosper. Thank you, people here. Well, let's start by ourselves. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope I have not been too much of your time. God bless you.
Thank you all for that wonderful round of applause. All right, so while Alada was talking, we had some new people join us. Somebody please say FF is around. From the NBA, somebody please say FF is around. Ladies and gentlemen, I dare to reintroduce someone who needs no introduction in Nigeria. No introduction. The name is enough. The person of Mr. Femi Falana, SAN. Okay, so some more people who joined us, another senior advocate of Nigeria joined us, and we introduced the person of Mr. Wahab Shitu, SAN. Also, we've been joined by, while Alana was speaking, she was doing solidarity. So I will extend that solidarity now. Our organization in NIA, the first female president, Nigerian Institute of Architects, and by all means, a BCPG Amazon, the president of architects, Mrs. Ijunumi. The next is the chairman, Artisans Association, who is around with us, person of Mr. Oyetaye Dauda. Please stand up for recognition. Thank you very, very much. By the way, it's important to thank you artisans again. They came here first before everybody else. They came well ahead of time, and they, another round of applause for the artisans. Next person is the coordinator, BCPG, Coach of SL, my senior brother, quantity surveyor, QSOG, Adeniji. Thank you very much. Next is a lady that is wearing two hats, representing the chairman, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Lagos State Chapter, and President of Landry Farotimi. She is the financial secretary of NIQS, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Lagos State Chapter, and she's a builder. That's the second hat. President of QS Builder, Yusuf Fatiha. Thank you for joining us. We always say the best for the last. I'm introducing my brother, my confidant, and my partner in crime, Honorable Secretary, Building Collapse Prevention Guild, Lagos State, the president of Builder Mubarak Bajapia Villa. That might look at that and see Mubarak and get confidence. You can't catch me. Thank you very much. So we go next now to invite the chairman of NBA Ikeja to give us his welcome address. Do better without applause.
You have admitted by your claim. We only allow you to. So I will take you whiskey to everyone. Talking about effort. Told that there is nothing like standing on the existing project. That only exists in Nigeria when people come around and they say that they are standing on the existing project. Is that correct? I'm a good student. So I'm not standing on the existing protocol. I would rather adopt all the already established protocol. I think that's that argument. So like everybody was coming about to say that standing on the existing protocol, standing on the and let's came and said there is nothing. I said to that guy to me. I said there is nothing like standing on the existing protocol. So I think we should do it. God's here. It's not really good answer. When I like that was so we have the Nigerian Bar Association branch. I welcome you to this gathering and then stakeholders on the top of time to build collapse and application of community law in Lagos State. As we are all aware, building collapse in Nigeria in the last few years is a growing concern for government and relevant stakeholders as a whole. Many of the documented cases of building collapse in Nigeria, Lagos State in particular, are due to the use of defective or substandard building materials. Technical knowledge, non-adherence to regulations, the use of quacks, non-professionals, and the high level of corruption among other causes, which has ravaged the construction industry. This menaces the victim prospects of sustainable housing in Lagos State in particular. Consequently, the need to minimize to the barest minimum or completely nail in the bud continuing collapse of buildings in our dear state, which has now become necessary. Hence, this avenue for robust engagement. So that the lessons that will be learned through today's gathering will help address this avoidable menace orchestrated by man-made effects, and we hope that it will drive an agenda necessary policies accordingly. I welcome you. Thank you very much.
Can you first the
I had to take additional reinforcement. You know, Chairman said he's bringing lawsuits. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Please another round of applause for all the speakers. In our presence again today is the coordinator of Women in Surveying, Lagos State, the person of survey of Mrs. Joseph Victoria Olajumoke, MNIS. Other members of Women in Surveying. Thank you very much. So, beautiful people, we have taken a lot of time and we have delayed it. So without further ado, we will be having FF, who's our keynote speaker, give us his speech. And I'd like to crave your indulgence. I'm sure we understand who we have brought in to speak to us. Let's also retaliate the first by keeping us on spot and learning from it. I'll be handing over the mic to the person of Mr. Femi now. Take care to deliver his speech.
When the Honorable Attorney General, Lagos State, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not quite sure whether somebody has recognized, but I need to pay special tribute to her, one of the oldest members of this branch, posted in Ayode. Thank you very much. The Honorable Attorney General, I'm not sure you want to speak now, but I think you listen to me. So you can react. I'm not going to take your time. I just want to print the Building Collapse Prevention Guild and the Nigerian Bar Association for this collaborative effort to address a very serious crisis in our country and particularly in this state. This morning, while I was rushing down from Abuja to Lagos, I got a very interesting SMS, and this will interest you. Yeah, Mr. Fowler. It's from somebody in England. I was asked by a senior diplomat if I would recommend a construction company to undertake the following projects in West Africa. One, to build a new Club Med complex at a cost of 130 to 150 million euro. Second one, a financial seat that will have some buildings for 100 million euro. They need some strong reference and background. Then I asked this friend, in which particular country in West Africa? He said, Benin. No, Benin. And I asked, he said Benin City or Benin Republic? He said Benin Republic. Now, the point I'm making is that all over the world, people are asking for qualified builders to put up structure. In Kenya, he was arrested by lawyers. Now, as you're all aware, all those cases are liable to be set aside because it's a fake lawyer. He's been arrested and going to be prosecuted. Here, lawyers are very jealous. If we hear that there is a fake lawyer anywhere, we'll pass on him and get him arrested and prosecuted. Builders are very, very relaxed. All manners of quacks have entered the building industry, and they are doing very well to the detriment of our lives and liberties. Some people come from abroad. And you know, in Nigeria, when you want to get a big contract, you go and hire white men. Are you aware? Yeah. They will just be on the cheap. They're not going to say anything. And when you get there, I had that experience in Abuja yesterday. You know, we're about 10. We're going to make a presentation. One white man. And for the government, oh, this is an international team. Because a white man is there. So here, you hire a white man to accompany you to a government office to make a presentation. Part of our colonial mentality. Many of them are not qualified. Many of those who are putting structures up all over are not qualified. But what are the builders doing? What are the people in the building industry doing? Nothing. And the law, just like the FPA, Legal Practitioners Act, you can't practice law if you have not been called to the bar. You can't practice medicine if you have not been registered by the Dental and Medical Council. Ditto for the building industry. But what happens over the year? That all manners of builders, illiterates, unqualified, dangerously qualified, and the industry, and they are messing all of us up. But what is the duty of the government? And I'm happy the Honorable Attorney General is here, and I do hope at the end of the day, we will have a collective resolve today to put an end to the dangerous menace of building collapse in Lagos State. In the last few years, as Elijah recalled, in the last few years, so many buildings are collapsed. But they are not, these are not, most of them are not new buildings. They have been put up over the years, and when there is a little rain, they come down, on people. And why? Honorable Attorney General, the Ministry of Physical Planning has you know what? You are putting up a structure. We are just finding one in Lagos now. A first-story building was pulled down by the government. And so the people affected came to us. And we asked them, where is your building plan? And you see, they say we should go on. The thing was being processed. And that is a very regular phenomenon. You have to collect your money. You say, go ahead. At the end of the day, it may not be processed. We have a case now where we have just sued a builder. No, it's surveyor. We wanted to find out, somebody based in America wanted to put up a building. He then asked the surveyor to go there and survey the plan. The surveyor surveyed and put on top, free from government acquisition. I never heard that. But it was acquired. The place had been acquired. So the man from America put up a building and went back. And of course, the government descended on the building and have been brought down. So the man came to us, in America, where you are, can you dig a hole in your compound without an approval from government? You say, well, that's America. We're not a primitive set of people here. We're also getting there. But the point I'm making is that for the building industry, you have your job cut out for you. But the law we have, including the government here, is that Nigerians do not know their rights. The building that collapsed in Ikoyi the other day, the 21-story building, if it were America or the United Kingdom, the government will almost become bankrupt. Because the very day that building fell, you see, lawyer, we don't have what they call charge and bail here. In America, that's the home of charge and bail. When an accident happens, you are being taken to the hospital. Lawyers are following the ambulance, call it ambulance chase, and they're telling you if you haven't died, the person has not died. Now, if you go to court, this is how much you're going to take. This is my own pride. So, went to the US recently. So a car hit him. And she was just going. And the brother said, Shola Shubu. He was asking the sister to fall. And the sister had no political. If you are not careful, you go home empty-handed. So when they got home, the man was asking the sister, are you a man person? All the way from Africa, would have gone home with at least $250,000 if you have collapsed. Now that you have not collapsed, you are in trouble. Now the point I'm making is when we become conscious of our rights, and this is the duty of lawyer, you make money. That 21-story building, not a single case was filed against the government. We had a client, when educated people, we then asked them, the government has inquiring, we went and then the government, can we go to court and then we leave it in the hands of Almighty God? And that is why builders who kill people through their negligence get away with murder. But we must begin as lawyers to educate our people and let them be aware of their rights. For the government, a lot has to be done to reorganize the Ministry of Physical Planning. I know occasionally when you have to use collapse, some people are transferred or suspended. But at the end of the once tension is down, everybody returns to his place, and we're waiting for the next bill. I was just telling the Attorney General now, because a few days ago, some houses were brought down in Banana. Because in those days, you only collect building in which another. But let me say one thing. Again, this will interest the Honorable Attorney General. No law allows the government to demolish without due process. No law. Unless a building is going to collapse the next moment. And so you need an emergency situation. But if you say, I have built on somebody's land, and I'm trying to impress this on the an agency in Alonso called what do you call them? Land grabber. Please give a notice to whoever defaulted or who has committed trespass. There is an agency in the Ministry of Physical Planning where I can make a representation. Lose, I can go to the High Court. The maximum period for determining 28 days. Some of those cases that we come for 5 days where you want to bring down buildings. But for our people, good of us, are also alleged to be committing offenses. The way our manner will dig boreholes. In Lagos, you are supposed to get an approval before you dig a borehole. But there are problems with our structure, with our ecology, So I'm going to therefore call on all of us, as lawyers, as builders, to work together and see how we can make example of those who are violating building codes and regulations. For us as lawyers, we have a greater responsibility to pass, and I'm challenging the Kenya branch. Can we try and have a pamphlet setting out the relevant provisions of the building law so that our people can know what is expected of them? And then we also can mobilize the television stations and the radio station to assist our people to know their rights, so that when you are going to even rent a house, you know the kind of house, what you should look out for. Here in our country, in Lagos, and I want to warn learners, please don't assist clients to punish landlords. When he came to my office in Abuja yesterday, I just lost a case in the magistrate court. He wants to go on appeal. I said, appeal for what? Have you been paying your rent? You want me to go and appeal for us that are not agents of impunity to punish? Because what they now do in Lagos, out of frustration, you go to the Ministry of Environment, you go and complain that building is going to collapse. And officials will not go there to look at it. Will go and put some notice there that the house is so that tenants can find their, and some of them wait before you do anything to your house. Oh, I just want to adjust the building. You are required to get an approval because the adjustment you are carrying out may be dangerous to the community, and that is why we all have to educate our people to know that you cannot dig a borehole in your compound, you cannot cut a tree in your compound without an approval, and that is what they do abroad, particularly our people are born abroad. That is what happens, and that is how you live in a society that is, modern. Honorable Attorney General and the white man came to Ikoyi recently. Very old man, 94. one of the old officials who served in the country, and he was in tears. What happened? He said this was not Ikoyi we left. Because Ikoyi in those days, some commercial vehicles can operate there. There are trees everywhere. And honorable attorney general, now that we have climate change, building industry must be interested in this. Lawyers must be interested in this. We need to go back to tree planting. The street of London today, even Johannesburg, Abuja to some extent, you have trees on the street. You have playgrounds in the city for children. Today, we have built up everywhere in the world. Can we, honorable attorney general, can we begin to persuade the government to reorganize the state so that we can reclaim, and they are doing in Abuja, some of the playgrounds that should be in the city that will help children. You pity our children on the day of election. It used to be days of sanitation exercise day. Because the streets are empty, young people will be playing football on the highway because we have built up football. And that is what I'm going to give. Who in the last 2 days must have come in not less than 50 times to be here today. And I know that is what the building does. And today that we are meeting the lawyer, I thank you for promoting this meeting. For us as lawyers today, we must jointly agree that any building collapsing, we are going to work together to ensure that we bring all those who are involved to book. And I also want the Honorable Attorney General to assist to have all the previous reports of panels published. A lot of them, they made profound recommendations. One is particularly very sad, where some children were killed. I think Massey Street, almost 20 children. The government promised them that compensation will be paid to their parents. That has not been done. And I'm pleading that matter be revisited so that at least we can have some compensation paid to the children, the family member. The last point, this goes beyond the Kenya branch. Please, the next gathering of this nature should involve all the 5 branches of the NBA in Lagos. So we're not talking of India, a lot of the building collapse take place in Lagos, so we need to mobilize our colleagues in the Kurudu, Badagry, so that we can have a larger meeting where lawyers in Lagos State can, as usual, be the primus inter pares by showing the whole country, Lagos, not going to allow any building to collapse. The builders that are responsible, without compelling the builders and the government to pay compensation to the victim. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can do better. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. FF has spoken. He said, Honorable Attorney General, among the things he said, Honorable Attorney General should ensure that those recommendations, like the panels that were set up on the collapse, to be public. And I now noticed the Attorney General looked. He was looking, he wants to say something. And I'm very sure I'm not the only one that noticed. Yeah. Thank you. So I'm going to keep us anticipating because once that the general speaks to follow further questions. So while we wait for the Attorney General to speak, we call in Commissioner, Honorable Commissioner of the State Ministry of Fiscal Planning and Urban Development to give his speech to us. First, Town Planner Olatunji Odulami. Okay, I've been told now that TB Olatunji Odulami is also a lawyer. We are in for a lot of fun.
God be glory. A lot of recognitions have been made today. I think for a very little time, I spent most of it. But then we need to give honor to one of you. Because of the product of the public service, I must still do that, even if in brief. I'd like to presence of the General Commissioner for Justice, Lagos State, my brother, who came a long way. While I was born and was born, he was the one fighting on our battles in court for us. Very brilliant brother. He won virtually all the cases. Our born FF, a man that needs no introduction. But this is a man that has fought battles all his life for the improvement of an egalitarian society in Nigeria. He keeps fighting. We pray for him that he fights for long. The land of the people. I have before me a large array of captains of the professional of the built environment. If I don't mention all of you, I still have people here who are in the legal profession. Also, permit me if I omit to recognize, but I must recognize those who are my guests. I was service. First, this is some people say don't call us Mrs. Don't put that to the profession. Architect who was a permanent secretary at the point in time. There is, of course, the current president of PCPD, Company Suleiman fellow, and that's for Company who was my guy, even in the service. I recognize Mrs. my neighbor, my friend, also gave me company. I'm going to come to him later. And of course, Daddy was still also my guy. And then all our leaders in the environment. And of course, the chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association in Kenya branch, as well as the coordinator of PCPD Kenya Cell. I'll be committing a grievous offense if I don't recognize my sister, my brethren, the religious realm. This is me or Lawa Alukolo. I recognize. Stand up for recognition. Good morning, all. Let me start by appreciating for inviting me all the way from across the border in your state, which faith, location, and geopolitics have conspired to make the twin sister indeed partner with Lagos State. I thank the organizers because they have given me this common privilege to stand before this rich array of tested and proven professionals in various fields of management. Give up to make this short intervention. Actually, when I got the invitation, I was just for me to appear here as an invited. I was glad to do that until the Odu sneaked the first one on me and said, I know this. Yes, I said, just speaking. Within 4 hours. But the time to leave my duty post. They permit me if I have to leave shortly after this. You understand? I didn't need to take the visa, but I had to cross borders. Yeah. Follow your team at platform. For those of you who are there, who are calling it us class. All the arguments, all the contributions, all the about 90% because. And I was wondering if nothing else is happening in that part of Nigeria. So I call you Lagos class. All right? And I must say that I'm impressed by your activism. That cannot but be so as you are the pioneers and are still showing good leadership. Please, I urge you to sustain the activism and be rest assured that soon, very soon, it will start to show beneficial results. And speaking about leadership, permit me to salute the vision, the courage, the persistence of the family fathers of what we are now confidently and proudly referred to as BCBG Nigeria. Going by the large and daily growing membership of the body. You are gradually but progressively metamorphosizing from whistleblowing to active participants on the issue of building collapse and building of better building, better environment. I got my heart especially to build that only Aobodu fellow Nigerian Institute of Building, the pioneer national president of BCPD, Goliath of a professional indeed in this enterprise. I had FF talking about him, that he was calling him, I don't know how many times. The man who the telephone call yesterday, I received 10. Early this morning, he called me. As I was on my way, he called me. I think you need to give this man a round of applause. The man is a golden. This is why he achieved results. So that one, I think. His successors in office, Architect George Akinola, FNIA, Engineer Eddie Asumoyogo, FNSC, and currently Tampanas Suleiman Yusuf, FNITP, and a few others that time will not permit me to name all. Suffice to say that you laid the foundation of a good cause and have succeeded in sustaining it, becoming a strong voice that must now be reckoned with. I appreciate the partnership of the Kenya branch of the Nigerian Bar which President is a member because of some other national colleagues, because you have backed this event together with the BCPD. This handshake across the professional divide and the two seemingly unrelated organizations is very commendable. But then, I want to call this an area Bar Association, BCPD. But I want to say that other sets of BCPD in Lagos and in fact, other capitals all over Nigeria, and the bar associations like FF said, this is a challenge to all of you, because it's a movement that must be sustained. The issue of money collapse in Nigeria, but more especially in Lagos State, is a recurring and very sad one. So many reasons have been abused for this, both natural, call it act of God, and man-made, and they include earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, landslides, flooding, fire, which you can call collectively as natural factors. And then faulty or poor designs, effective construction, and use of new and tested construction methods, use of quants rather than appropriate building industry to professionals, both in the design and construction of buildings and other structures, use of barely trained and unskilled artisans, use of substandard building materials, non-adherence to building approvals and permits, including unwarranted and unapproved load and the change of use and conversion, or on new constructions through additional floors, cutting corners by building owners and developers through reduction in quantity and quality of materials to cut down on costs and maximize profit, demolition of all buildings by unqualified persons, and lastly, inefficient or inadequate oversight by the government regulatory authorities. These are man-made factors. While the former is excusable as we have no control over them, the natural factors that come and but you can only predict it. The latter is not, as they are unconscionable and avoidable acts of men. Come to the rare ingredients in law, some of which are willful acts of commission and therefore criminal, while some are acts of commissions and therefore liable in damages and more. And that's what has made mention it. You know, nobody goes to sue anybody, nobody does that. There's a lot of work for lawyers and professionals, and a lot of money to be. I know our keynote address today, and he has spoken to be able to deal with that. But I want to say that while I am not any longer conversant with the provisions of the applicable laws of Lagos State on the subject matter, I want to state that the provisions of Ogun State Urban and General Plan and Development Law 2022, that I'm now familiar with, the Ogun State Planning and Development Permits Regulations 2022, and the Ogun State Building Production Management Regulations 2022, essentially 3 out of 6 brand new legal frameworks put in place by the administration of President Punitive and Governor of Ogun State in his first time in office for the management of fiscal planning and development activities have all identified negligence as the main cause of building collapse in our plan. These legal documents have also made obvious provisions to penalize this, and also aware the power that Lagos laws and regulations, which they did also helps to further in the course, also provided for this. Like a coin, negligence is seen from 2 sides in these documents: from the side of government regulatory bodies and from the designing and construction public. To curb the negligence of the latter, which are the government regulatory bodies, the construction body public, if not the former needs to do something about zoning, right? And what I mean by that, negligence of government regulatory bodies arises from their inability to adequately perform their oversight roles in ensuring strict adherence to planning permits and building authorizations with the grants. This is due to many factors, which include inadequate personnel in quality and quantity, inadequate and sometimes outright lack of the essential infrastructure that aids effective and efficient regulatory and oversight functions, connivance, and sometimes outright corruption. Out of all this, the most critical
monitoring, inspection, and certification is that of inadequate personnel and mobility. Because the job of development monitoring management is a police work. You have to get your boots on the ground and also deploy technology. And then you need to put men there. In the absence of that, there is no way you can do an effective regulatory activity. And when regulatory activities are absent, then everything goes. All right? This is where the assistance and collaboration of the private sector is needed, because it goes without saying that it's not practically possible for government to put the maximum number of staff in every one of its ministries, departments, and agencies. Furthermore, for budgetary constraints, it is not on experiences to police all and every building size which their responsibility entails. This has brought about the imperative for collaboration by government with various stakeholders, with the ordinary citizens and CDAs, through whistleblowing. But more important, this is where the BCPG can come in, and as over the years they grind to come to the rescue. We in Ogun State came into the realization, and with the approval of His Excellency the Governor, our Ogun State Building Production Management Authority, through the Ministry of School Plan and Urban Development, went into partnership with the Building Collapse Prevention Guild, BCPG, Ogun State chapter, where a memorandum of understanding entered into on Tuesday, 1st March 2022. That will be the first in Nigeria. Because we realize that government has no ability completely to do that job. Every house is built in a community. Every house is built in one corner. Somebody will see that house when it starts to grow. So if you don't leverage on the community, the CDA, the people, and even the professional people live in that environment, because in every community there will be an architect possibly, there will be a builder possibly, there will be, an engineer possibly, living there, probably just pass by, but they think it is the job of the government. And so you see it, first floor, second floor, you see somebody climbing in a nice building, and nobody is seeing anything. The government has no eyes everywhere. The eyes of government are the people. Okay? Just like the police will say, armed robbers are no spirits. They live in somebody's house or somebody's environment. If you don't see, right? If you see and don't see, nothing can be done. The same thing goes for us if we are going to call or prevent actually the incidents of building collapse. So we have this memorandum with BCPG to jointly carry out some of the statutory responsibilities of that agency, especially the inspection and state certification of building construction, building materials evaluation and testing of the state, and identification and evaluation of distressed, dangerous, abandoned, and uncompleted buildings and structures for avert their collapse. This has proved to be a very smart move and has started yielding positive results. May I respectfully, through the Honorable Attorney General, FF has loaded this also, I'm loading with one, for Lagos State to adopt this approach. If indeed it is not already thinking about that, because trust me, you cannot do it alone. Those guys in terms of this cannot do it alone. They're not there in terms of quality and quantity, and that is where the comes in. Is a collection and array of all aspects of the building industry, and you need to leverage on them and be able to do it. If you don't decide you on that, you will keep seeing building collapse tomorrow. I digress. I was a bit curious to know why the topic of this engagement is about the application of punitive laws. I know that is where lawyers I conclude that it's because lawyers are involved in this engagement. Still from that angle, and I'm a lawyer, so I understand. However, if you look at most of the planning and building laws and regulations in Nigeria, you will find that only one or two sections are devoted to punishment. Maybe just one section, you will have subsections, but it's only one of the sections devoted to punishment, which is about is intended to address. The better parts of those instruments are generally devoted in detail to processes and procedures that are directed at preventing building collapse. I submit that it is the failure of adequate preventive measures that have badly resulted in building collapse. Okay? If before a building starts, after getting planning permits, okay, it gets building authorization. It's inspected before it starts. When it gets to the next critical level, reinforcements, whatever, is inspected, is certified, and it goes on and on to the completion. The tendency for that building to collapse is reduced to the various. But that is absent. On obvious provisions. So if only the regulatory authorities can ensure the enforcement of those provisions, then we'll have less of building collapse in our hands and less of the need to do punitive measures. Okay? And I think that's my advocacy that we need to continuously investigate our laws and review them to make them more responsive to constantly changing environment. The needed involvement of bodies like the VCP is largely preventing to build the gap. May I, therefore, the party not emphasize that our efforts, prescriptions, and solutions to be geared more towards robust and effective preventive actions. That this type of collaboration will surely bring rather than punitive ones. The former will save lives, while the latter will not bring back lives already lost. I wish us a very rewarding advice.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give the applause going. The commissioner spoke. I heard him. Okay, he spoke. He said a lot of things. But I want to reiterate something. I don't know if it was me or if the commissioner was looking in the direction of the attorney general as if, go and tell Honorable Governor that. Or was it me? Yeah. Okay, they said it wasn't me. Was it go and tell the governor that if you want buildings to stop collapsing, go and engage with you. Another round of applause for our commissioner. All right, thank you very much. So at this time, we will be listening to the message that will be delivered to our governor. So we want to hear our Attorney General speak. We invite the president. Thank you very much. Please give me a round of applause, please.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to join the organizer, welcome all of you to this very important event. And I recognize all that have been recognized at the same time. All of you. Most people here are welcome to me, especially effort. So whatever that just for this morning. And I told him this is not his first time. To be at that event, I'm supposed to speak before him. No. He will make sure that he did it twice. I'll Solicitor General to me. But I'll Solicitor General. No, I'll speak for. I recall at on the airport hotel, You are fighting, I'm supposed to speak before you. He said, no. Or you know with him, he won the day. So you have to speak and put me on the spot, like I just done today. So please thank you, and I thank the chairman of my branch of the NBA. It was actually also, it was in my office yesterday to ensure that I please attend, even though I supposed to be with my boss, the governor of Lagos State, this morning at an event. And I was telling him, look, I have an event, I have to be with the governor in Victoria Island, almost the same time, where we have the West Africa Security Regulators Association. They are having their third edition of their conference on infrastructure, efficiency, and sustainable financing in an integrated West African market. To tell you that it's a serious matter. But what this FM spoke to me, and the chairman was also in my office, and I looked at the importance of this gathering. I said, well, this is what attending. And I talked to this event. And I told some of my PA that I will go, there are other commissioners with me. And I have a paper to deliver, and that's the date to a session. Today, by 2 p.m. Yeah, that's the time. Or with traffic. Yes. So, but I must say, this building collapse and application of punitive law. No, just leave punitive law aside. Building collapse is there. This is serious matter. And I must commend the organization, the organizers of the event, the NBA and the BCPG. Honestly, I must. And I think you deserve a round of applause. To address the gathering on this critical issue of building collapse in Lagos State. Forget that it happens in everywhere, but in Lagos State in particular, which is the epicenter of investment, development, and pathfinder of development in Nigeria. So I therefore extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Bar Association in Kenya branch, the building collapse prevention guild organizing this essential and advocacy program. From what I've been said, treat this, let this be known, and I'll come back to the boosters of FM. But you must agree with me that this is testament to our collective commitment to address a matter of paramount importance, not only to the government of the state, but to the citizens, all people. Because when events like this, like building collapse occur, you know what it takes? Loss of lives and properties, which are irreplaceable. So there's a need for us to attach great importance to it. And you see, countless lives. I recall the one that I've said, Banana Island, the one in Lagos, the Gerard one. It's on and on. But I will not, because some of my concerns have been addressed right by you, FF, and also my brother. I think we develop it from that. So, but we must acknowledge that Lagos State has witnessed its share of this tragic building collapse. So that if you see what happened 44 Gerard Road Ikoyi Festival in November 1, 2021, it's a distressing one. This event has a profound impact on our community, tragically claiming the life of many people and making many people injured. And you see, that's, I must tell you that the enforcement, I'll start with compliance, laws, which is to an individual person. Leave government alone. As an individual, you are aware of laws, you are aware of regulation of building. What does it take the builders, people in that industry to comply with the law? That is the challenge. And now we now talk about enforcement. And some of my colleagues will call the few weeks to the event, to the incident of the collapse. I think the owner of the property, I think his counsel, and he walked into my chambers. He said that I come highly recommended, I've never met him, and that he wants me to take charge of his legal affairs, what are you doing? And I said, fine. ABC narrated everything. And I said, okay, don't worry, we discussed the detail. So I signed in a counsel that will follow with specific instructions. The man is building. I was the Solicitor General of the state. Please, before we take on this brief, I want to see his building approval for what he's building. His title. And if there are other issues, I should know. I haven't mentioned how far have you gone? Say, gone about. Is that about 10 story? The same story there. I can't recall the number. 15 there about. Then counsel, check, ask him if he has insurance. As if I knew what was going on. And some of my colleagues on the day that building went down, my boy, my counsel in my chamber, was to meet him in that same building. Honestly, he was to meet him in that day. And my junior told me, sir, I'm meeting with first God at, he said I should come by 10. I'm on my way, but I have issues. You know, but a big brief now, big clients. So he told me, but I have issues, sir. I'm also to appear in court on that day. So we are going to meet, and they said on the 10th floor. My friend, go to court. Go to court. When you tell him you're on your way, you are the lawyer. He's been to our chambers. That's understandable to brief us. Fine. But we need to expect God to have to take over. And he has dropped names of people we should prepare deed of sale of flats or building there. So we went. So he went to court. So he went to court. He finished the court. He called me about around 11. So I'm going there now, but I have flat tire. So if the man called, tell him I'm on my way. So he repaired the tire. And by the time the building was being, they just said, I can't see the building, I'm just seeing smoke. And only to report, please, I'm shocked. We are supposed to make this man. The building had come down. And the man spoke to him 3-5 minutes before that he should just come not to the other 8th floor anymore, that they're on the 10th floor now, he should come. Now, that is the personal experience. Now, as usual, it happened, I have to fill party feel concerned. Ask him, has he been able to bring the approval agreement? Because once I give, because I just let them. If it's only you have visions, that you and the clients will refer to me, back to me, that doing other thing. You'll be shocked. Yeah. Was different. What is going on there? You see, most people they don't know. Midway, possibility of change of engineer that were going about is monitoring and ensuring that at this stage of construction we should pay more attention. And that actually, and also just to answer, I will say on record there are actually cases that have been filed, not that anybody has not done it. Because some of our investors who knew, whom we have passed maybe messages to, then start calling me. They don't have the agreement yet. You are supposed to have draft the agreement and all this thing. They came to my office. I said, which agreement? Which structure? So we will just confirm that there are but even for the protection of itself, I think more response to this. The local government has been giving talking to me fast. Yeah. Stop work order. But what they do, that's where the issue of complacency on first floor, market on second floor. The case, rush to top. injunction, restraint of law. We have to find out that it is enforced, including environment, all, especially the one we are talking about. And of course, good, how do we ensure that we enforce it? And we have got what we got go ahead from Mr. Governor of the state that we should proceed and carry out proper enforcement of our laws. And what I can refer to that. There's anybody coming to meet me. He has said so. If they come to me, enforce the law. And that, I must say, I commend Mr. Governor for giving us the go ahead. All agencies involved that enforcement of our law must be paramount and must be taken serious. I must have a safe hospital environment is so responsible. So I'm including our colleagues about like FM just said, there are cases like that we need not take. And let's tell our clients, please, you can mitigate and not clog our court system with cases that ought not to be. And in which all the bar association in Lagos, the judiciary, the police, the correctional center facility, everyone will be involved to see how always one that's amazing like the one you referred to, even little longer than 10. Why not it last more than 60 days to the court? You are not paying rent, you are not living in the house, and you go to court and you are not for 5 days. They will even say they are appealing to the Supreme Court. So when we lawyers meet, that's something we should do. How do we want to it's difficult. So the topic where I therefore in a Nigerian Bar Association, okay, the branch for the is not to we will work on that. There's nothing to hide. We must be able to know. And I can tell you, the one the synagogue one to mention I think I was still in the office. There's supposed to be a agreement. Not the best thing to do media trial, and when it is time to prosecute, no evidence. And that's where the players in the building industry will have to help. Because mostly all this, you hit the end of the net very well. And so if it's going to be criminal negligence, the doctor is going to be called for criminal negligence. This is criminal. Who do you prosecute? You now be pursuing the owner of the land. It should not be. Who are those responsible for the building before built to land? Those are the issues I think we will look into seriously. And of course, we will try as much as possible to also address that people will usually resort to recovery of rents, recovery of debts, recovery of possession. And you can say, what's the reason? It's because of the justice system that is slow. And that's why people will use that and quickly get quick time record, they will get the job. Maybe the agency being that is used to collect 10% or whatever they are going to recover. They'll be willing to, instead of being tied down in litigation. Cases in the state, collaboration of the judiciary to form out in a court. So thank you. Is done, and I'm very sure when I get back to my other event for the day, the doctor will applaud me instead of.
Ladies and gentlemen, please another round of applause for fantastic management. Quick, instant. FF said, this kind of program should not have only a ketchup. It should take other branches. Our action secretary said, he came and said, and we pack all the branches together and collaborate with them to create those things. If we must this, then we need to. He said it too. Action that you see, when I was looking at him, that just came out, and what did he say in summary? So, our governor has said enforce the law. Don't worry. At that program today, while the governor is applauding me, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our So we'll bring in our minor president now to give us a short remark for our guest speakers.
Yes, thank you very much, our speaker, for creating time over here. I think some of you must be born What about the commissioner of physical planning and urban development in Lagos? He was preparing for this event. We were planning everything together. Then last night, he has to notify me that he and the governor were to be somewhere and that their lawyers from the ministry are here at one sitting down. And then the permanent secretary is on his way for an appointment. He's rushing down now to come and join us. But I want to make an open appeal to the Honorable Commissioner for Justice, Lawa Pedrosa. This meeting and your ministry establish a partnership. Join with the Nigerian police. The BCPG was assigned to investigate the collapse of synagogue. And the team comprised all the semi-professionals in the meeting. It had never happened before. Led by the president of Nigerian Institute of Structural Engineers, Dr. Engineer Busola Udomi, the younger brother of the popular professor. During that investigation, he died. A lot of people read minutes to it, but they just thought that was the way the God wanted. And his deputy masses. Masses. First, killing school children.
Some of them were injured. Fortunately, we have the chairman of that I was almost a member for the investigation, but at the end of the see him again. He's evidence again. Former permanent secretary, he sat on the investigation of Banana Island collapse. Between that time and now, we don't know what is happening. So, our appeal to you, those children, let us say government is also using the advert of one of those children that almost died in that mass building collapse. So those children are some scars. And the governor was here, he got met at that site when he was elected. So he was to assist in the political preference policy. So we want to limit to take up the matters. And see what the government has. So we will appeal.
May I number what we have gotten today so far makes that it's been a positive impact. Just for 3 minutes, less than 5 minutes, just to run a
All right, so we can take a group photograph. Alaja, Mother, please, would you mind joining us on the side of the house to take a photograph with our people? I know, please, there is a last trip. Thank you. Okay, we've had a long day now. We are moving right away to our next segment of the program, which is our panelist discussions. But just before we move to panelist discussions, we'll do a summary in yoga for our artisans, who we appreciate very much. So I'm hopeful that I'm able to communicate as much as possible. So gbogbo ẹni tí àwọn olóògbé pè ní artisans pàápàá jùlọ oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀yin tó ṣe pé iṣẹ́ yín ló ń gbéṣẹ́ wa yọ. Táàdẹ fi tọkàntọkàn dúpẹ́ fún nígbà ètètè àpè ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa ẹ̀túwọ́ tètè ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀. Gbogbo ń tàgbọ́ra wa sọ lẹ́nu. Ó kọjá pé gbogbo bí lè ṣe ń wó yìí. Lọ́tẹ̀ yìí, kí la máa ṣe láti sẹ́yìn lọ tó ti gbé tílé bá ti mú ẹni tó jẹ̀bi gan-an a máa mú àdèmọ̀ dájú pé ó jẹ ìyá tó ṣe gbogbo tó ń sọ kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹni alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tó sọ̀rọ̀ òun náà ni ẹni tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ Mr. Femi Falana, SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Kí ni tó bá sọ òun náà ni pé wọ́n ní tẹ́lá lọ wò yàrá kan all over the world. Ìgbé ẹ̀rí ìgbé tẹ́lá ti ní àwọn tó ṣe kókò díẹ̀ káàdùn àwọn tó tàpá sófin. Wọ́n máa jẹ́ wọ́n yẹ ní Nàìjíríà kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ń gbẹ́sọ̀ pé ní Nàìjíríà yìí gan, táwọn bá fún lọ́yà tí ò kì í ṣe lọ́yà òótọ́, ó dẹ̀ lọ court, ló lọ defend case court, wọ́n láwọn prosecute lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà. Tó bá yẹ kó ṣẹ̀wọ̀n á ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àwọn táwọn gbogbo àwọn kọ́lékọ́lé àtàwọn designer ni o, àtàwọn builder ni o, àtàwọn engineer ni o. Ẹni tí ò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sí tó ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn, a ṣe é tán, kódà a tún ṣe é tó ju so táwọn bá ọ sọ wípé ó ti tó gẹ́, ó ti tásìkò. Ìlú Èkó, ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìlú Èkó. Ẹni tí ò ní license, ẹni tí ò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sí kó ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ilé bóyá design fi wà ní kíkọ́lé. Wọ́n ti kọ́ síbẹ̀. Káwọn lọ ní ẹjọ́ tó bá lè lẹ́bi kó dájọ́ fún kó dá sẹ̀ríà fún. So ìyẹn jẹ́ èyí tí ọ̀rọ̀ tó kọ́lá lọ sọ. Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn yẹn ni kọmíṣánná physical planning. Táwọn sọ èyí tó pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ní pé nígbà tó ń wò lọ wò bọ̀ ipe gbogbo àwọn ilé tó ń wó àti problems náà ní pẹ̀lú ilé wíwó yìí. Wọ́n ní number one thing táwọn rí òun ní negligence. Kí ni negligence ni pé tí bàbá sọ lédè tó máa rọrùn gbọ́n àṣe ètò iṣẹ́ ọ̀nà méjìlélọ́gbọ̀n pín sí àṣe ètò iṣẹ́ lọ́nà ìjọba àtàṣe ètò iṣẹ́ lọ́nà làwa náà. Wọ́n sọ pé ọ̀dọ́ tí wá yìí táwa bá fẹ́ kí àṣe ètò yẹn tá a bá fẹ́ kó rí yanjú ká má rí wọn tìjọba la máa kọ́kọ́ yanjú. Báwo dẹ̀ la fẹ́ yanjú tìjọba? Àwọn èèyàn tó wà níjọba gan èèyàn mélòó níjọba fẹ́ gbà sí? So wọ́n wá ìjọba kí ìjọba collaborate pẹ̀lú our private sector. Ẹgbẹ́ tó wá pè wá ẹgbẹ́ collapse prevention òun ni commissioner recommend. Ilé ìjọba àti building collapse prevention ìjọba lè bára wọn ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀. Ibi àrí pé ojú ìjọba lè tó gbogbo àṣẹ ìgbóhùnṣẹ́ tó ń lọ ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ìlú. Ẹni kẹta tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí jẹ́ Attorney General Lagos State. Nǹkan táwọn sọ fún mi gbogbo nǹkan tí à ń sọ bọ̀ àwọn ti gbọ́. Kódà ọ̀rọ̀ collapse àwọn onífẹ̀ẹ́ ó ṣe ká gbọ́ sórí kan ní gbòòrò 21 floor ó wálẹ̀. Nígbà tó wọ́n wálẹ̀ ọmọọṣẹ́ àwọn gógó nígbà yẹn fún àwọn tí pọ̀ jù ọmọọṣẹ́ àwọn gógó ló ń jẹ́ representative fún ọ́fíìsì wọn tó lọ bá ẹni tó nílé yẹn tó lọ bá on site. Wọ́n lọ ṣe máa ṣe ó kú bí ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ta kí lè yẹn wó lòun àti client sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ tó bá ti dé má pàdé mi ní gate floor wọn má pàdé mi. So wọ́n ní pé ọmọ ọ́fíìsì fún ìrìn ṣe kan tó dára ṣùgbọ́n bí wọ́n sọ sí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn máa kó gbogbo àwọn MBA papọ̀ Nigerian Bar Association àwọn lọ́yà wọ́n máa kó wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ papọ̀ wọ́n máa ṣe collaboration gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ́ recommendation tí àwọn panels náà ti ṣe ìwádìí lórí ọkọ̀ láti lóde yẹn àti gbogbo nǹkan tí ìjọba ní regulation pé ṣe public so àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan ìtọ́lẹ̀ sọ fún ọ wípé gọ́fúnà ní your administration government ló kódà kẹ́ni tó yẹ pé ó ṣe So back to our discussants, who I commend as well. They've been here all along, they've been here with us. I'd like to recognize the presence of some other people who have joined us. The first person is our Honorary General Secretary, Julie Collapse Prevention Bill BCBG Federal, the President of US Mrs. Adenike Ayoda. Thank you very much. Next person is the coordinator, Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers Women's Wing, Lagos Branch, Surveyor Olufowobi Olamoyi. Thank you for coming around. Also recognize this ESP talent Furthermore, recognize their presence. First is the Nigerian Welders Association and we have a lady welder among us, and she's representing the Nigerian Welders Association, Mrs. Anthony Olachayo. Part of this program. Professional Carpenters and Furniture Association, representing them is Mr. Ayodele Solomon. Blacksmiths, Welders, and Iron Benders Association, being represented by Prince Adabun Ibrahim. The Nigerian Block Makers Association, President of Prince Bola Banjogo. Okay, Prince Bola Banjogo has left, but we thank you for coming around and representing your organization, gracing our occasion. Next is the Lagos State Bricklayers Association, represented by Comrade Oyebanji Dauda. So we've had a long day, but now we are just getting to the interesting part. And to anchor, to moderate this panelist discussion session for us is Mr. Kayode Agbedejobi. Okay, so in the absence of Mr. Kayode Agbedejobi, we'll be having another moderator, Mrs. Folakemi Jegede. Please join us on this side of the hall. Thank you. Next is the chairman, APBN Lagos State. APBN being Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, person of QS Ayuba Akere. Please join us on this side of the hall. Thank you, sir. Next person is the Director, Directorate of Commercial Law, Ministry of Justice, Lagos State, Kendi Otaiwo. Next is the head legal, Lagos State Building Control Agency, LABGA. Person of Sunday Odunwemi, Esquire. Thank you for joining us on the side of the hall. Next is the chairman, Real Estate Developers Association for Nigeria, Redan, Lagos State Chapter. Person of Dr. Bamidele Onolaja. Dr. Bamidele Onolaja, please join us on this side of the hall. And last but not the least, is the Managing Director, Staco Insurance, Dr. Olawale Bambore. Okay, all right. Okay. I'm introduced. Thank you very much, man. Okay, so we're handing over the microphone now to the moderator, and we implore us to have a great time during this session. Just before I do that, I'd like to specially recognize the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LABGA, for not only partnering with us as they have always done, but sending in all of their staff to be around with us. Please a round of applause for Angola Ocha and the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Thank you very good. So, ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much. And good morning. Are we in the afternoon? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is going to be an interesting session. So I give us all the focus. Can you just look around and someone beside us? Have you been getting something so far? Look around and tell someone beside you. Have you been getting something so far? You see, Madam here says she has been catching the vibe. I want to believe you also you've been catching the vibe. The topic of today is building collapse and application of punitive laws in Lagos State. We We are all stakeholders here, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're an artisan, whether the building collapse prevention guy, whether you are owner of a building in Lagos State or you're a resident. So this topic we are discussing is very important. That is why I said that we are all stakeholders and it's going to be a very engaging one. And we have thought leaders, we have people that can do justice to this topic. They are already here. You're welcome, sirs. You're welcome, ma'am. Yes, I'm going to start with Chairman Association of Professional Bodies in Nigeria. It's good that you are sitting beside me to just ask you a few questions and before I pull it to other people. What is your thoughts about the causes of this collapse? Is something that have resulted to us losing loved ones, people, resources, economic resources, lives have been lost. So what are the things that you think causes this thing? Apart from the people, was it actions or inactions? I know that some people say act of God, but we know in Lagos State, which is the place of concern, we know most of the things that are not out of this discussion. Thank you, sir.
So that it will start to collapse. One way or the other, we are all stakeholders know what answer the question. Part of the ones I've highlighted as major. We have old buildings. Buildings have lifespans. And when the last one has come, there is something we can do about it. So we need to know that some buildings are old and naturally performance. We need to identify them and bring them down ourselves and not wait for it to collapse. For the new buildings, why are they collapsing? Is that because there is no design at all, lack of design? Designs are faulty. With faulty design, substandard materials, we all know all this. But the essence of this meeting is how to do prevent so that we can at least get to that 0 level.
Thank you so much. How can we prevent this? Also goes to an issue that if we don't understand the causes, we don't know how
the head of legal Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority, Mrs. Olushota Folorunsho.
very much, and we apologize for this. You're welcome. All right. So I want to believe that Dr. Bamidele is on this panel. Okay. All right. So can I just throw the question back to Vice Sunday? All right. So, sir, as a legal practitioner in this area of legal building controls, I believe that there are rules, that milestones, that things that must be met before you can approve a building, before you can say that this building, this particular permit should be granted. These are the things that you must fulfill before you can do this kind of building. And I believe from what the chairman said earlier here that these are the things that will prevent the course of the collapse. So can you explain to us the proper things, the proper modus operandi that should be done to prevent these causes of collapse?
Good afternoon, everybody. Now, building collapse is one mandate that has embarrassed our society. And so together, all of us have to come together to connect this system. To prevent building collapse, the first thing to do is for everybody to comply with the regulatory provisions of the law. The law is clear. If you want to erect any structure in Lagos State, you are expected to obtain a planning permit. And the process of doing that is for you to, in the first place, do a drawing, structural, architectural, electrical, mechanical drawing. Pass them to the appropriate authorities. In some places, you even have to do a soil test, soil test, for us to know the bearing capacity of the soil. So all of that has to be done and passed to the appropriate authority, which is the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. Now, when it is considered and granted, you are expected to go to the building control agency. There is a regulation that says that the moment you get your planning permit, you have to notify Lagos State Building Control Agency. You write a letter called intention to commence construction. There are certain documents that must be attached to that letter. You will attach all the drawings, you will attach the insurance, you will attach letter of indemnity, from certified, from professionals that will build or erect the structure. So having considered all that, Lagos State Building Control will issue what is called authorization to commence construction. Meaning that they will go there, they will see that you've not done anything before. Then they will now give you authorization to commence. From setting out, they will inspect what you are doing. They will inspect. You are also expected to give them 7 days notice each time you are doing, maybe you are casting, you give them notice, invite them, they will come, they will look at what you are doing and certify it's okay. They will look at best and all that you have done, certify it. So you're expected to do that progressively. Then when the property is completed, you're also expected to obtain what is called certificate of completion and fitness for habitation. This is a certification given by the government to say that we have inspected all these. We have seen that we have complied with the regulations of the law. I must say that structures that collapse are not structures subjected to state-by-state inspection and certification. So if all of us do due diligence, we get professionals who erect our structures, and those professionals do do attestation as required by the law. They verify, they do attestation, they verify that they have done the right thing right from the beginning. This thing of building collapse should be pushed out of our society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And I believe that when it comes to when professionals know that they are liable for actions that they do, I think they will do the right thing. Indemnity is very important. And that goes to my next question to the Director of Commercial Law. Madam, please can you just explain to us as to who is culpable, who should be held liable for all these collapses? And so far in your day-to-day activities as to issues that relate to these things, I think earlier on the Attorney General was mentioning that the owner of the building shouldn't be held liable because of course he has engaged a professional. But I also know that a lot of times maybe the professional has informed the owner of the building this is what is required, but the owner is also not patient enough. Can you just elaborate on this and explain to us who should be liable for cutting corners, who should be liable for negligence as regards this issue?
Okay, good afternoon. So if you have responsibility in the event of a collapse, 74 of the one and legal panels, specifically stated who should be, and it's an anyway, it says in the event of the collapse of any property or structure due to negligence, she mentioned that, on the part of the competent state government. After that exercise for 3 years, where the building to be for everyone, the speakers have said so. Even not being a good, I'm a lawyer, I can see. Quickly here, Baba, you can tell the song. The builders here, you can tell the artisans here, you can tell a structure that maybe a distress one or they are using pattern, you can see. You can even collapses are very, very evident. They don't come. I like to hear what I'm saying. She's in that, what's wrong? So it's the duty of everyone to see and say something, say something. Let every one of us become whistleblowers. I've seen the building if I'm on my team. What is there? What is there? People are sitting there. I'm afraid to this one. Say it out. I am sure if we come to the relevant government agency, you will have take picture. So we're going to take a picture of a man who wants to jump into the room. Yes, a building is something like this. We leave it up. From here, they are asking the question, who should be held responsible? All of us. So before we begin to visit the law, we now will tell you negligence on the part of the owner or developer, negligence, have our mission to put your hand to know. As colleague has said, know the process. Don't follow that process. And then you know you have a money. The building is coming up. It comes down. You have the responsibility. You're supposed to do certain things you don't do. Officers of government, neighbors around. If you provided that scope of that and said, those who live around you, they have a duty. So take a look at it and say, this looks like an imminent danger. I think that was the question. So I think the duty, aside from the law, for the professionals who work on that bit, from neighbors, every one of us has a duty to really go. When the building comes down, it kills with involved. Children are involved. we're not happy. So what do we do? Artisans are big players are here. Any player professional. Follow the process now. Plus government, plus officials. We can make the law. The law will not be able to work if we examine all of this. If it's a collective responsibility of us, as but the one I'm sorry. When that is done, I will stop having to collapse. Thank you.
So, picking from what you just said, is it possible, and this question will go to PS, is it possible among the people that you are, the professionals that you are, the president, are there disciplinary measures for people, artisans that don't follow proper procedures?
Thank you very much for that question. When I was coming here today, I looked at building collapse and the quality collapse. We all know what building collapse means, and we all know the consequences, the negative effects. So what are we supposed to do? We are not interested more in who is at fault, but let's prevent it from happening. If it is not happening, then we are not looking for the best person. So I think the first thing is, how do we prevent it? What are the things that we do? In fairness to Lagos State government, they were enacted some laws which, if properly followed, it will reduce all these programs. Now, as far back as 2010, Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law was enacted. And what the law says? There must be planning permits. There must be insurance policies as with it. And if, at the end of all this, the building systems or they found it to be effective, then the state government takes ownership of the property. The owner loses it to the government. That's the starting stage. Later on, by 7th of February 2022, the Real Estate Transaction Law of Lagos State came into being. And that law stipulates that, well, what is it about? To regulate, to sanitize and monitor activities of the real estate transactions through LAGRA, LAGRA is Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority. What are they doing? You see, we have so many indexes about different functions. If we have so many, we should not be seeing faults. But there are so many, and yet there are still faults and collapses everywhere. We need to identify abandoned buildings and make sure that if the structure is no longer bring it down yourself. These are part of the things that Lagos State has looked at. No, if we follow all of this, last to the minimum. Now, how do we prevent? There are two types of structures. We have the existing structures and we have the new ones. For the existing structures, just like Madam has said, there are some places we look at. You already feel this building is distressed. Just by looking at it, you feel this building is distressed. But the eye is not enough to do that. There are very simple tests that can be carried out. NDT, non-destroyed test, can be done. It is very cheap, very, very cheap. It's harmless. It does not take time. And you are going to get the results. One, okay, the building is still okay, but you need to adjust this, adjust that. I will quickly do that rather than wait for it to completely disperse. Or the result will tell you this building is gone, it's going to collapse anywhere from there. When you have that kind of result, it is better you demolish it before you do it. That's very key. Otherwise, you now start having loss of lives, loss of property. If you are demolishing yourself, of course, people will not be involved. everybody will have to be out of the place. Whatever property you want to take out, we will have taken it out. And you know that we are doing the control demolition itself. So we are not losing any lives. Now, beyond that, for new structures, what are we expected to do as stakeholders? While some are blaming the homeowner, others are saying, no, the homeowner is not the professional. I'm coming from a very hard stand, and you just have to bear with me. First, you need to engage qualified professionals. I'll give you two life experiences. Recently, I met a client who wants to build an Admiralty with 7-story office building. He called me directly as a quantity surveyor. After giving me the brief and getting all the drawings and everything, the first thing I said is, who is the architect? I want to meet with all the other professionals because I'm seeing some things here that are not. You need it because you are not in the. But let me meet with them. Let's discuss it. Let's recognize whatever I've seen. Let me discuss with them. They said, fine. The husband go ahead. Arrange meeting. This is the contact of the architect. This is the one that brought all the others. Call him, arrange it. I called them. We agreed. They came to my office. Before then, I've already had my colleagues very long list. By the time I start discussing with them, why is this like this? Why is this like this? Actually, where just that, the drawing we will submit for approval is different from the one we actually use on site. Problem number one. Problem number one. The drawings we will submit for approval is different from what we execute on site. So with all these ones, we are it's just for approval. When we get to site, we'll know what to do. I had a serious objection to that because some things are very basic that you cannot compromise. Like I said, it was a long list, but the most critical one, which I will mention here, I said it's a 7-story office building. There's provision for lift. The lift shaft, in my 30 years experience in this field, that will be the first time I will see the lift shaft being done in block wall. Lift shafts to be constructed in block wall. Block wall. Only the column, 4 columns at the edge. And I was like, hold on. Even if the architect has just drawn the box there to say this is the lift shaft. This is structural drawing now. But we are still putting columns, just 4 columns. I'm sorry, this cannot fly. That now made me to look at the drawings very well. From architectural, structural, and services, none was done by a qualified professional. None was done by a qualified professional. I told them straight away, I said, I'm sorry, but I cannot work with you guys. I cannot. I'm a qualified professional. If anything goes wrong, my name is there. I have a reputation to protect. The client said, have you had your meeting? I said, yes. I've told them to go and do some corrections, so they are here to get back to me. So what is causing this thing? He called them, and eventually the client said, go tell of us to come and meet at his office. He wants to know what the problem was. So I told him what the problem was. I printed out the project. He looked at it, about 22 items.
So what is the problem here? Asking the architect. I just, the architect did not attend that research. Going online. The client now said, okay, the QS is with me here. And he has shown me all this list. He said he has asked you to correct it. So what is it mean? So I have to explain to the client, look, these people I'm concerned are crooks. I cannot work with them. Let them get to professionals. He said, well, because the architect is somebody that he knows, that's why he wants to recognize. I said, no, let the architect get a qualified person to do the job. What he has done cannot fly. So tomorrow, that project has not come to pass. Simply because they still want to do some previous things. But I want the clients, they are going to lose money. They tell you that don't worry, you are going to lose money. Do not say I did not money. And so they kept everything. That is just one case. On another case, and this one has to do with oversight functions. 7 professionals come to the basic. We need to look after ourselves. I'm a quantity of I'm not going to claim to be the architect. I'm not going to claim to be the structural engineer. But we are trained to appreciate the works of all these people. If I cannot read architectural drawing, then I'm not a quantity surveyor. How do I do that? If I cannot read the drawing of the structural engineer, then how do I prepare my skills? So, to that extent, we are able to study and interpret things. When we see what is wrong, we should be able to point it out. If you see what the engineer has done wrong, you can point it out. Okay, engineer, this is what I've seen. The system is supposed to be like this. If he has good reason to do that, and can justify it as an engineer, fine. You are also learning. If not, you have to look for a solution. Now, there is another project where we are still at the foundation stage. The ground bricks have been done, backfilling have been done. They are preparing to do the ground plus slab. As quantities of those, we need to go there, do our evaluation before they cover up. While doing that, I saw that one of the things that have been done, one of the ground bricks, was completely omitted. And the contractor is saying, we are through with the ground bricks. Right there on site, I had to call the structural engineer. When was the last time you came? This is my observation. This big line has been completely omitted. Are you aware? Are you the one that asked him to remove it? He said, no, he's not aware. I'm calling from the site now. This is my observation. I'm not going to value this until it is done. The engineer, out of oversight, did not see it, and he has given them the go ahead. So until I pointed that out, he now came and I said, what's going on here? You have to put it. So my point is, the engineer has been there, he has checked, but I won't say he's not competent, but he omitted that time. If someone else has seen it, just point it to me. You are all working together. That the omission of that singular grade will have caused some havoc in the future. And once that covered the plan, nobody says what is there again. Now, so those are preventive measures. I mentioned the non-destructive testing. For the policy part of it, so the policy part of it, which I will propose, and that's why I said from the angle I'm coming, that's there. Every stakeholder for me should be liable. From the building owner, the professional secretary, the monitoring team from the government agencies, and even the governor of the state. Yes. Why am I saying this? The building owner should, it's not that spending his money, he should engage
qualified professionals. The problem starts with the building owner. If you start getting quacks, you should not expect a perfect building. For the professional bodies, if you don't know where to go to their head offices. Please, I need a quantity surveyor. I need a registered builder. I need a registered engineer. They have the list, they will give you. And that will prevent quacks. If you do that, there will be no quacks. So finally, the monitoring agencies too, if they are doing their work as it is, should be done. We will not have issues. We should not just sit down in the office and say, how far have we done? Okay. Just now, lives are being lost. The governor is the chief security officer of the state. So if we hold the governor liable, the governor will automatically use his might to make sure that monitoring agencies are doing their job. Monitoring agencies will ensure that professionals are doing their job as it should be. The owner will ensure that he engages qualified professionals and not just ones. Thank you very much.
We summarize the whole things and what we should be as professionals. Please, I want to ask Mr. Olusola this question. At the end of the Physical Planning Permit Authority, Madam, can you just explain how long it will take? Because the issue that these people have is they don't want to wait till the permit gets granted. They just want to get things done and do a lot of abysmal building before the permission is eventually granted. Madam, can you just tell us how long does it take to get the permit out?
My co-panelists. It takes 10 days. All things being equal. All things being equal. All things. Please underline my words. All things being equal. It takes a minimum of 10 days to obtain your planning permit. It takes, all things being equal, it takes a minimum of 10 days, 10 working days. Process your planning permit. And takes 10 days. If you submit your design drawings, particularly your architectural drawings, for pre-screening, and goes through the normal procedure of the architects perusing the architectural drawing, the engineers perusing it, and approving that the setbacks of that architectural drawing, okay, the normal spaces are okay, if all those are okay, then you get your assessment, you pay, process will be paid. Then oftentimes, the issues that usually arise is that the architectural drawing keeps going back and forth. If the normal spaces and the setbacks are not in place, you have to go back and forth to the architects. And once the architectural drawings are amended, you can bring it back, it will be approved, it will be signed by our in-house engineers before you get your assessment and before you can pay. Then the issue of tax is a very, very, very vital issue. A lot of approvals are approved, but because of tax clearance, the approvals will not be because you must be a taxpayer. So tax will not get. And I think that's the major issue that makes approval. Tax one of the major issues that it's your tax pay, it's your tax clearance, it's your all your tax clearance up to date, and your architectural drawings are not paid. Why not? Get your finance.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. So you like 10 days, all things being equal with your tax. So this question goes to the insurance. I really want the insurance person to be the last. I know that you are the bearer of the risk. You are the bearer. So can you explain to us how much people subscribe to this insurance policy? And then after subscribing to the insurance, so can you tell us the quantum of the premium expected to pay, and also how do you look at the structural effects and other effects in paying your compensation? Thank you, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Insurance is very for whatever aspect of our lives and whatever aspect of our business. Insurance protects you against any forms of risk that an individual can be exposed to. Insurance gives you safety. But unfortunately, this side of the climb, people have not come to appreciate what insurance has to offer. Now, the National Insurance Commission, who is the regulator of all the insurance companies in Nigeria, just 2 days ago, 22nd to 24th of this month, we held a conference in Abuja, and that conference centers on the defining of safety, and it was on the insurance of public buildings and buildings in the course of construction. So I want to say this program today is separate, and I think it's timely. So many lives have been lost because of the fact that our building collapses, money lost, investments, that has been lost because of the collapse of the building. Now, insurance is there to protect anybody, the owner of the building, the workers in the site. Insurance is there to protect it, and the provisions are there. Section 64 and 65 of the Insurance Act of 2003 particularly deals with the building collapse, and it is mandatory for anyone that is constructing a building to have an insurance on that particular building, and that insurance is going to cover that person against the liability risk of the servants that are the workmen that are working there, the liability risk of the third party, that are there. Injury, when there is a building collapse, you see people, so many people injured, people die. So insurance has provision for all this, and it is there for anybody that wants that benefit to enjoy. But it's just unfortunate that the only insurance out of the compulsory insurance that the National Insurance Commission initiated, for the purpose of the public and for the safety of the companies, the only one that people are buying is motor insurance. They buy motor third party insurance, and why do they buy it? They buy it because they know the police will harass them. The police will stop them and say you don't have. The way how we stop them and ask them, you have the vehicles, and tell them to pay fine. So this attitude towards insurance has to change, because there's a lot of benefits that it has. There's a lot of benefits you can gain from insurance. Now, I talk from Staple Insurance, concerning building collapse, there are so many insurances can offer you. You can offer you contractors all risk insurance, and that contractors all risk insurance is going to cover the contractors against the risk of collapse of the building. It's going to cover the contractor against the risk of third-party liability, which includes the third-party damage to property of the third party. So these are there for people and owners of the building or contractors to enjoy. But because there's no enforcement, because government is not making it mandatory that you must have this before I give you the approval. These are supposed to be part of the requirements that go, okay, you want to do this building after you know what you want to do, then let us see insurance cover. By that, those that have been affected, they will have compensation because that's what insurance does. Insurance helps you to protect your risk. Insurance gives you security, and insurance helps you to bounce back in the event of any mishap or any exposure that you have to your risk. So, whichever one.
Bottom of the premium.
Thank you so much. Insurance is so cheap to the extent that many people do not believe that they can take insurance. For example, for the building collapse, I think for 2 or 3 floors now, for each of the floors, you have to take 7,500. For you, yes, 7,500 for liabilities that can come up as a result of the negligence that may happen or the collapse of the building. So all these are there for people to take advantage. But because of the fact that many people do not understand how insurance works, many do not know that they can get benefits. But like everyone in this conference has stated that we need collaborations of the stakeholders to really help us to stop this menace of building problems. So when somebody brings his paper for approval, you will help us to really send this public this building collapse, which is very public and day after day. I can tell you the insurance cover is there for all manner of risks that you want to do. Before I give the microphone, I want to say that apart from this discourse that we're having today, individuals who must embrace insurance. I can tell you that as you are seated there, there are liabilities that can arise. There is a risk that you're exposed to. And which risk are you exposed to? That chair can give way now. Somebody will fall down. What happens? You want to go to the hospital, you want to go and see medical. Insurance can cover you for that. You could be running your staircase and miss your step. That's an issue. You can take an insurance cover. Apart from the life insurance, there are accident policies that individuals can take that will help you and will protect you from wasting money because you only pay a peanut as premium and the insurance will take it on. So all of us, apart from this program that we're doing today, we must be ready to embrace insurance as a lifestyle.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, madam. We really have a very great speaker here. I mean, every speaker here, they are confident and they said a lot that if we do only what we discussed here, we will have prevented any occurrence like this. But before we run up, I still wanted to share 30 seconds. Please 30 seconds, let's stick to it. And I'm going to start with the Director of Commercial Law and Mrs. Kendi and Mr. Sunday today. And while you are going to answer my question, Just talk about how you are going to be collaborating with building collapse prevention in going forward in prevention of building collapse.
Thank you very much. Lagos State Building Control Agency. For our artisans, you know that we're planning a program for November. We meet them regularly and we are collaborating so as to building collapse in our society. Now, as to cooperation, everybody is welcome. We have several platforms. We have www.lagos state government, where you can tell us any structure that is defective, any structure that is distressed. We have phone numbers immediately I give here. If you ask, we have phone numbers you can call. We have people you can call so that you can notify us of what is going on. Let me just add that the enforcement has gone a step higher. For instance, this year we have over 100 matters we are prosecuting for those that violate the regulatory provisions of the law. So I want to say that for all of us, let us ensure that we ask relevant questions for our artisans, ask relevant questions before you go to any site, ask for planning permits, ensure that they are building right, ensure that professionals on site are on site to prevent the enforcement of the law against you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Your views, several and popular to shut down from very sad. So, you are all welcome. We will be able to work on this. There are several things that are home for us to master.
Thank you.
Admonish every one of us to work up to master of the physical planning finance authority headquarters, not come to our office or any of our offices. If you want to build your house, before you commence your building, be free to come into our office, central drawings, for the prescriptive process. Do not patronize staff. Do not patronize any agents that will tell you, and not worry about the process. No, be free to walk up to any of our offices and you'll be rest assured that within 10 days, you get your planning permits. All things will be good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. As a closing remark, I'll say on behalf of the Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, I would have loved to see the Honorable Commissioner of Nasa here, but you are here showing this discussion. Just this week, I saw the resident release of 7 requirements. It's very, I went, these are things that you want to you know, like that, you want to but looking at the long term, there are some queries as a prospective owner. I look at most of the requirements, apart from the ones from professionals. All the other documentations that we need to get from government transactions, they are needed, very good. I don't have to get into that. But while the government is looking at that as a means of generating income, we should please look at the side of the work owners. I hope getting these things will not be too expensive and it will be gotten timely.
so that building a house will not be another for me. By the time I get all of these papers, my building should have been up. So please, we encourage that we want the regulations, we don't have objection to it, but how do we get it out at minimal cost and very timely? Thank you. Now for APPM collaboration, APPM is the larger body. The members of this group so if you want to federal us, we can help you with that. So we are doing this with the possibility that we have more
They have a lot to tell us, but sincerely, if I want to add a bit, especially to the government representatives here, we should have ease of building our property, ease of building new structures, like what the president said earlier. If we can reduce all those bottlenecks and with minimal cost, I believe that we may be able to achieve the minimum of 10 days that you mentioned. So let us look into that so that if those things are in place, I believe that there will be cutting corners and we have the structures in Lagos. Thank you so much for availing yourself and sharing knowledge. Really appreciate. Please don't forget that you take yourself and also
Thank you. Please, another round of applause for our discussion. Thank you very much. One thing it appears we might have omitted is that our discussions are extremely busy people. So the moment she said that you wanted to do, but please we need to take some of your time. Thank you for all the honor. We are honored by you, we God honor you. So during the course of the discussions, before I go there, but during the course of the discussions, so many things were said, some may be because some may require further clarification. At the point I saw President BCPG, Tom Clarkson, look back and say, architect, I was looking at me. At another point I saw the President looking back at me, architect. Okay, it means to say there must be questions of their minds and the minds of other people. And this is what brings me to a crossroad. Our program says we end by 2. This is 1 minute to 2. At the same time, I saw our eyes. In fact, some people asked me, they said, will there be a chance for question and answer? And now I'm writing between and I'm going to have to juggle. So, to this end, I'll seek our further cooperation, especially with the artisans. Please just cooperate with us some more and give us attention. It is looking like we're having 2 meetings. 1 meeting here, another one over there. Please just keep quiet for now and let's work together. Secondly, I'll take a few more minutes from our side. I will take 2 questions and we close. 2 questions and we close. Those 2 questions will be for our discussants to deal with, and I will take 1 comment. In our program, we have comments and questions and answers. So I'll take 1 comment from our very senior professional and 2 questions. So we start with the comment. I will unilaterally to give comments. Thank you, sir. In just 1 minute, sir. Thank you, sir.
I would like to repeat what I've been evidently discussing, especially but for me, purposely because we are dressed on yes, beyond what they are all spoken about.
I'm happy the artisans are here. Carpenters, masons, numbers, and electricians. What I want to tell us here is there is no single building as reflected in what our professionals forms that arose from buildings that collapsed, occurred because of absence of professionals. But these professionals, the architects, the engineers, the builders, the surveyors, the town planners, and so on. But a common feature in all buildings, and we people say 100% of all buildings, all of you understand are involved. Carpenters, iron workers, all of you. And since you basically activities in inviting you to our functions, you need to be told. Because when we are talking about punishments for any behaviors on sites, all the buildings that artisans engaged themselves in building that had never been any time that any of you is picked up for sanctioning or for punishment. You make all your money and you get away. You go scot-free. Not building. Our builders are here that's supposed to manage your activities on the site. Most of these buildings will not have builders. You will be there constructing. You will say that, okay, architects here now. There's no engineering here. They are building things. First only, no builder. And you will make all your money. And the building will fail. Even that, nobody will be asking for our local today. So my recommendation from today is I know you are the great promoter of artisans. Staff recommendation. You have associations. They have associations. I want if it is visibility to help in comforting this better in the way that if since they have association, can't we regulate them in a way that on any building, any lesson, any capital that is there, if it fails, if that building fails, you'll be picked up, not because of the fact that you did it well or you did not do it well, because you failed. You failed. So tell to your guy owner that the building we are building, and was the profession and not was the architect in me, was the engineer, was the builder, and we continue to build it. And here, most of the functions of discipline will be writing. And yes, that's what we are here. So, sir, I don't want to waste that. Most of the time, so artisans from today, we need to ask them for response. They should not be making money. We have to consult professionals supposed to be back and go. Sir, okay, transfer. Pastor, I don't know what common occurrence. All sites. So, yes, another aspect Bible says God punishments that still every professional focus on the building that fits. Punishments, most of these lessons. The possibility of being imprisoned. If it's not the building in which it was engaged in that, go to prison, you will not be committed to death. That is real professionalism. But on the aspect of government officials, government officials.
Another round of applause for my man. Let's we need you to take photos with us, and we have a small gift for you. So relax, please, relax. Just before we have to take 2 questions, you can see that the students are leaving. So I'm going to take 1 question from the side of the professionals, 1 question from the side of the artisans. I'll make it gender sensitive. So when I point at you, please rise, come forward and ask your question. You, sir, and you, man. Thank you.
Good afternoon, please. Give us comment. Number 1, architect is the one that caused most of the problems that we have in building. No, listen to me. They have working drawing, they have approval drawing. Please, what is working drawing? What is approval drawing? So the town planner, that is 1. 2, in all other professional is only NROB permitted by the building law or building code to supervise the site. And if you go and study building NROB constitution very well, all the building artisans belong to NROB. What is the problem of architect or structural engineering or surveyor become a supervisor in the site? These know their work. Those are the places that we are missing it. We have to take care of ourselves in the building, in the built environment first. Before we can accuse artisans, let's deal with the professional. Later, deal with the professional. There's one giving no problem.
Thank you. Discussants are very type of question. I dare to say two things. Number 1, it is not best answered by them. I won't answer it because if I answer it, I can smoke. However, I will let someone else who will probably be more patient than me answer it. However, the second part is, if we really want to take care of your questions, it will take a long time. So whoever would answer it, I will beg to be brief about it. Next question, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll make my very quick and short. I came with Rebecca, that's me. But for the secretary when this already was the bridge. Okay, what is to the last back panelist? when you were mentioning for government, I hear you talk about the structural drawing, natural drawing, color drawing. But I didn't hear you mention the solid plan, which of course is the basis for every other drawing is to work. If we don't come on site, every other profession cannot work. That's one. Then my second question to the planning permit when you were responding, you talked about the requirements as well. Now, I want you to explain to me what particular kind of survey plan do you accept for you to grant approval? Do you accept provisional copies or it has to be a registered survey? Because we're having issues presently with quacks developing provisional copies and then being approved or used for approval, which is very wrong. Because presently we are trying as much as we can to cut down on the involvement of quacks. So if the other professionals are not collaborating with us, the problem for us. Thank you.
Yes. So, okay. So we have two responders.
The first set of documents. Okay, what we accept is a registered plan. It's only registered by a licensed company. And it must have the registration number. That's it's called the plan number, yes. Then, apart from the survey plan, your architectural drawing and your title document must accompany the application before other processes.
Requirements I gave you are requirements as contained in the building control regulations. The issue of survey plan is something that planning level that determines the size. But when it comes to building, with those are the things you need architectural drawing. Then let me respond to artisan within all of you. You know that when we get to sites, there are no professionals on site, there are no planning permit, we arrest anybody we find there. For professionals, they take responsibility for everything that is done on site. I think the point is that you people should find a way of working together. A artisan must work under professionals. I think that's the point. Thank you.
All right, so for time's sake, I have another comment here, which has come from a surveyor, but the comment deals with what has been, it deals with what has been dealt with. I like the number of people have said that what they have first is the registered survey. So apologies if it might be, but nobody is omitting us, surveyors. I would say, thank you very much. Now, for the first question, so that we can move, site supposed to fit into the right into the right position. You need to fit the round hole, the round peg into the round hole. So, architectural supervision is for an architect. All right. Structural supervision is for structural engineer. Plumbing supervision is for electrical engineer. So when we ask the question as what is an engineer doing to supervise on the site, it tells me that the question is well thought out, or the question goals in building production is supervision. Okay, so it's a lot, it's just way so much more complex than what we have said. If I try to break it down, I'll spend 2 hours breaking it down in a way I think you'll be able to understand. So what I think you should do Okay, we also have some plaques of honor for them to present to them. Please bring the plaques forward so we can present and they can take pictures with the flags. My apologies, I have to present that. Sorry. Okay. So we've had a long day and we need to go. Just before we go, just before we go, we'll be inviting to give us the vote of thanks, architect Bola Oyelaki. So while the pictures are being taken, we'll invite architect Bola Oyelaki to give us the vote of thanks. Special guests, the Commissioner for Planning and Urban Development, both Lagos State and Ogun State, the Attorney General of Lagos State, and also our panelists, also appreciate everyone. Making this event by few success. I would like everybody to applause for yourself. All right, just 1 more minute before we leave. Thank you very much. So please let's close and then we continue the photo shoot. Please let's close and we'll continue the photo shoot. So thank you. We'll take our closing prayers now. And to do that, please indulge us and let's be upstanding. Let's be upstanding, please. Thank you for indulging us. So we take the second stanza of